Welcome to the Recreation Committee meeting, Tuesday, December 6, 2022. Be held at 5:30 p.m. Dudley Municipal Complex, Dudley, Mass. Call the meeting to order at 5:40. Ask everybody to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, everybody have a copy of the minutes from 10/10/22?
Yes.
And have read them? And do we have a motion to accept?
Make a motion to accept the minutes.
Do we have a second?
Second. Oh, tie.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So passed. Okay, new business. Just to keep things going, quick for some people. I know a lot of you have had long days. So we're gonna put a little bit more structure into the commission. In two ways. I'd recommend appointing myself as chair. And the second is we're looking at creating a subcommittee. We can call it, I think it's an event committee to handle holiday events and other events, okay, to coordinate them. So then with those two things, would we need a motion on both of those?
Yep.
Okay.
I make a motion to appoint you chairman.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted. The events committee as a subcommittee to coordinate all holidays and other events.
To make a motion for it?
Right.
I make a motion for a subcommittee to plan holiday events. Second.
Any discussion? I would recommend discussion.
I would
Like,
think so.
we're still in the planning stages of it, right, so we don't know when we're gonna meet, what we're gonna do.
Right, and who's gonna be on it.
Okay,
So, and just as long as you know, it's, that committee will be answering to the commission. They will be coordinating the events, plan, coordinate. Everybody knows what that entails. And with a subcommittee, we can get people from outside as well to go onto that committee, so we can make it, not that we're doing all the work, but we have a lot of help as well and resources.
absolutely.
And does anybody have any questions on the framework of that? As far as getting the members on it and
Yeah,
creating it,
Post it, and is that what we're
All
gonna do,
that.
kinda like what we did for this?
right?
What?
Because we'd have to create the subcommittee. And then get the members on it.
Right.
And then vote for because it's a committee, the
Right.
chair, vice chair, and the secretary.
Are you looking for volunteers?
Yes.
From us?
From it'd be posted.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be just us.
Okay,
We
no,
can
but I
get-
understand that,
right.
but you are looking for
Shit.
some of us.
Right, right, even if it's just to start it off and keep the infrastructure from us in there.
Okay,
Doesn't have to stay that way.
I have no problem if you want.
Okay,
Michelle knows that. Michelle was giving me the eye.
nice. Okay,
Be careful.
do you have any way to frame that right now, or do you want to frame it at a later date? Because our next meeting won't be till like the end of January.
Right, well, I was just, because we have a recreation commission now,
Yeah,
it's been several years that our office has been doing the tree lighting and the spooktacular. And I think that now that we have a recreation commission, they could be involved with that as well.
Absolutely.
I'd be happy to help out in any way,
And
but
that's-
I think now we should just
Turn it over.
turn it over to the recreation commission.
And that's why I said I would volunteer, because I've been doing
Well, you've been doing it,
for as long as I've been
so
here, so.
she knows a lot about it.
okay.
Hanging up her apron.
What-
I'm not hanging up
But I think it's tough when
time.
it's,
Yeah,
I've been
there's a
doing
lot.
this, the holiday tree lighting since 2008.
Yes.
I haven't been doing it that
Oh.
long.
It's, and as much as I enjoy my selectmen, they're not really involved with the whole inner works of it, they'll show up at the meeting, at the event or something, but
Right.
they really don't help out a lot. And I don't understand why. I'm here in the office.
And that's, yeah. So I have no problem. I will gladly.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed? So voted.
Thank you.
All right, now, Jen, you
Yes.
brought up townwide yard sale, spring of 2023.
Yes.
Would you like to talk about it?
Sure.
Okay, thank
So
you.
one of the things that I've noticed in a lot of other towns is they do townwide yard sales. And you go to either the library or the town common or the town hall, you purchase a map for $2. Most of the towns are $2. You purchase a map. It has a listing of everyone who's participating in the yard sale. As a participant, you don't have to pay or anything. You just submit your name into the town. They do an app where you can do a QR code and you can go from yard sale to yard sale to yard sale right on your phone. Plus, they give you a listing of it. So the money that I know Rutland does it, Thompson does it, Woodstock does it, Putnam does it. There's a couple other towns. Charlton did.
Used to be,
Yep, used to do it. Oxford did it.
Oxford did it this year.
Yep. And so the $2 basically covers your cost of printing and everything. And what it does is draws people into the community. Rutland had at their town common, if you lived on an outskirt of town, you could set up a booth or a table in the town common. So there had to be 35 to 45 tables set up on the town common in Rutland. So you went there, bought a map, started there, and then you went off all over. Putnam's been doing it 3 years at least that I know of.
Okay.
And it's a way to attract people to your community. A lot of the other towns have like Cub Scouts doing things, Girl Scouts doing things, the Lions Club, senior centers, things like that, selling things so that they can bring in a profit. Rutland, they had, Cub Scouts were selling popcorn, popped popcorn, not the expensive boxed popcorn. Things like that, drinks, bottles of water, things like that. So we get a lot of people who like to do yard sales in the town. And we just thought it might be, I had talked to Michelle about it. It might be a way to bring people into town. My son is an avid yard sailor, and we will go out and spend all day Saturday in the little town. So you're buying drinks, you're eating lunch, you're going all around, you're doing things. So it's a way to bring people to town, and also I think bring some income into town, maybe get some other groups out there, have different things, a way just to involve people in our own town
Yeah.
to do something.
With that, the people that are going through the app, people that are signing up, are there any permit issues?
Well, everybody would register with be it if you wanted to do it through the selectman's office, like that's where the yard sale permits are. So everyone, you have a deadline registration date. It's usually a week before, is what I've seen, so that it gives them a chance to get the map together, print it, and it's just printed on like an 11 by 17 piece of paper.
Okay,
And you have to purchase the map in order to get the QR code,
okay,
so that you're still making your $2.
yes, okay,
So you're still, and I gotta say, oh my gosh, the towns that we've gone to, it's busy.
Yeah.
It's busy. There are people, because you're seeing the same people at this, going from house to house to house to house.
right,
And instead of, like, if you go to a yard sale on a normal day, there might be 1 or 2 cars there. You're talking 6 or 8 cars at that location. And so it's all in one day. The police are aware of it. I just think it's, I don't know.
I like it.
And so say you wanted to sell the maps here at the town hall. The majority of the places are, you drive in, and the maps are only on sale for an hour before and 2 hours after. It's not an all-day event selling maps.
okay,
You've got to plan, you advertise, and you've got to plan that, we're not going to be sitting here 8 hours selling a map.
right,
You try to, and a lot of the places you just drive in, you open your window, you give them the $2, they give you a map, and you go on your way. But like I said, Rutland had, where you actually went to the town common, and there were all kinds of things set up. And that's something too, that if somebody lived on a back road or didn't want to have it at their house, you could offer them to set up, block off the parking lot and set up.
okay,
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
throwing a whole bunch of stuff at you.
right.
It's a way to,
So now, do the residents still need to pay for permits for the townwide
Nope.
yard sale?
nope, there's no fee to register or anything. It's the people coming to it that pay the $2, which it's worth it. Like, if you're a yard sailor, $2 is nothing
Okay,
to get the listing of everything. And on the listing, I might have some in my car or somewhere from, it'll put, like, I'm just gonna say 71 West Main Street. It'll say toys, kids' clothes, or it gives a little brief summary, so that you put that, so that if somebody's looking for something in particular, they're gonna go, like, if you're selling a lot of furniture, you'd put furniture, so that, you look through the list and you go, oh, I don't want that, I don't need baby clothes, I don't need
right.
baby stuff, so those aren't your
Like that.
priorities, and it's, I don't know.
that's nice,
And I see a lot of the same people, and I see a lot of people from Dudley and the surrounding towns doing
is
the
that
yard
right?
sales. Yes.
That's awesome,
Yeah,
Yard selling is such a big hobby with people.
it is.
It
My
really
son
is.
yeah. If you ask me on a Saturday what we're doing, I can tell you it's usually going to yard sales. So I saw all these other towns doing it, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Why don't we
That's a
do
great
it?
idea.
Yeah,
too.
I like that.
that'd be good for the subcommittee.
Yes, sir.
That's beautiful,
Just an idea of something to,
I like that a lot.
We have to pick a rain date.
Um, a lot of them do, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they'll have it on the Saturday, and then if it'll be the following Saturday.
Mhm.
Yep, some of them do it. I'm trying to think which one was rain. One town was still, they had it.
Rain of shine.
Yeah, but I think you're better off having a rain date, because it takes a lot to set up for a yard sale. If
It
you've
does.
ever set up for a yard sale, you know,
Never.
yeah.
Okay.
It's, so, just a thought, something
Super.
to do.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, updates. Let's start with the playground. Deb?
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Debbie LaFlaca. I'm not sure who I'm representing tonight. Pick one. Let's say the Dudley Women's Club. How's that?
Perfect.
So, first, I left papers on your tables. That is the latest publication of all the donations we've received to date. So we have 2 big pledges, 10,000 from DMA, who does business as Greatest Hits, and 10,000 from Ramco. And those checks are supposed to start rolling in this month. All the smaller donations, and I don't like to use the word smaller because some of them are significant, total a little over $3,000. So the Dudley Women's Club is running the fundraiser through June 30th, 2023. It's essentially one club year. We dedicated ourselves to this. I was gonna mention tonight that Cub Scout Pack 274 had a cake auction a couple weeks ago. I failed miserably. I walked out empty-handed, but I understand there's a really happy donation coming our way as a result of that event, and so we thank them. They'll be here on December 19th to do presentation of the check, so I will be certain that representatives from Dudley Women's Club will be here to accept, and we'll take some photographs and have some fun with it. And the other update I wanted to give you was we have two very large metal signs, 3 foot by 4 foot, being produced. They're finished by Karen Graphics and will be delivered this week. And the signs are exactly this. It's this flyer turned metal, and they're going to be affixed to the fence and the gate of the playground so that people, when they pull in, drive by, they're wondering why the playground is closed, they can pull out their phone, scan the QR code, and make a donation right on the spot. So the only thing that we ask is dudleywomensclub.org is our website. There's a page dedicated to playground. You can pay by PayPal. You can send a check to our P.O. Box 274, Dudley, Massachusetts. The only thing that we ask is if you're going to make a donation of more than $100, first of all, thank you. And second of all, please do it by check so we don't have to pay the PayPal fees. And that's essentially everything. If you guys have any questions for us.
Anybody have any questions?
No. Thank you for doing this.
Yes, thank you very much, and the Women's
Pleasure.
Club.
Anything we can do to help out the community and help Dudley families. It's the only public playground that isn't attached to a school, which means it can be used during school hours and during school events. Our parents and our families have some place to go. So it's a pleasure meeting all of you tonight. Thank you very much.
You too, thank
I
you.
appreciate the time.
Thanks, Deb.
Thanks,
Good
Deb.
night.
Good night.
Good night. Okay. Now, does anybody have anything about the beaches or the water park at the beach or?
Nothing at this time.
Okay. Now, when I go through this, I already have a sheet set up to hand out, just to show everybody will be on the same page. What we've been going over, what we've been discussing for the beach, waterways, fields, courts, parks, River Street Park, any beach or park or place that you would specifically like to talk about. And we can break it down so we have framework and we know where we're at and where we want to be and where we can be when we bring it to the selectmen.
I had a young man that I met last week who, he's in high school, he's lifeguard certified. So I was thinking, ooh, when we get to that point, I have someone who might be able to, who might be interested.
That would be great.
Yeah,
It's hard to get lifeguards.
getting his license soon, so he was like, yes, I'm like, yeah, what 17-year-olds doesn't wanna do something like that? So he was really excited. I'm like, you just gotta pass your test, we gotta get the
Oh,
summer.
wow, okay.
So
Thank you.
He's ready to go, we just need the summer.
Yes, right?
That's good.
Be here
So at
soon.
least we have someone to call, because you're right, it was really hard to find
It
somebody.
was.
Yeah,
So we have a contact person to start.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Put that down.
Great.
What did you want me to remind you of? I thought of it this morning.
That's good. We usually like to have two, just in
Okay.
case one, he,
Is out sick or
yeah, he's out sick, or his family's going on vacation. And if it was a girl, we specifically have to have two, because the Molly Bish law is, you have to have, unfortunately.
So that's good, we'll work on that. Anything about the waterways? Any discussion? Now, if we don't have discussion on a lot of these, I'm just gonna, if no one
Yeah.
has any objections, just go ahead and try to identify as many of these as possible, put a list together and hand them out. Okay. Fields,
Ew.
nothing right now. Courts? Okay. Parks? How about River Street Park? Someone brought that up, I think.
I did.
Okay,
So I guess Dudley Soccer used to use it,
yes.
and from my understanding, which I still don't have a complete clear understanding on it,
Okay.
I could probably enlighten you as to what
we
you're.
stopped using it because the water bill was astronomical. In
So-
addition to there being gigantic holes in the field that were dangerous.
So I can tell you that the soccer club asked for, water to be supplied there, so we charged them for the cost of a meter. And they got charged their base rates because they asked to be, there was not previously water at that field. So, they were the ones utilizing it, so that's why. And they were using it for irrigation, obviously.
Right.
So, and that's what, they were getting they were getting a bill, which had been paid up until about 3 years ago when a new president took over. And that's when he disputed it and stopped using the field.
Okay.
Okay.
I know about that. I don't know about the holes. That I don't know about. It doesn't look very good.
Well, right now it doesn't look very good, and there are cars that park on it, and they go, there are cars that do donuts on it, and it's not usable as soccer fields right now. And I don't necessarily know that if we put the work into it without putting some kind of barrier to keep cars from going and doing donuts on the field, that it's gonna be worth spending any kind of money to do the work on the field if it's just gonna get destroyed again.
Right.
Yeah.
But the other issue is that from my understanding with the whole water situation is that Dudley Soccer didn't have control over the sprinkler system that was in there, and the sprinklers would be on.
They were the ones who
Constantly.
controlled it. We did not. We don't
It-
control
like I
it.
said, I
No, I just
just
can tell you
saw-
the water department doesn't control it. All we did was attach that there was water there, and the sprinklers were put in by the Dudley Soccer Club, and everything was put in by previous president under the Dudley Soccer
Dudley
Club.
Soccer put the sprinklers in there.
Yep, we had, because there was no water there. There was no water there. It was the previous president, and they used to pay for everything and take care of it. And so, yeah, unfortunately, but you are correct, the neighbors that all live there do park there.
And there's one house in particular that parks like 5 cars over there every now and then,
Mhm.
like double lines them in.
The town property?
Yes, it
Yes.
is, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. So perhaps one of the first things that needs to be done is it needs to be posted as town property.
Yeah.
Because it is not posted anywhere that it's town property. And that just might be, I don't know, it's at least a stepping stone. I'm sure they're still
Right.
gonna park there and they're gonna do the donuts because it's a dark area. It's, but maybe if we post it at least and, I don't know, work on lights, something,
Right.
you know,
There's no guardrails or fencing or anything?
No.
nothing. You can have a cookout right in the middle of it if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
I mean, the Dudley Soccer's nets are still down there, and they're all pushed over to the side.
Do you still have a shed there?
No, there's not that I've seen, and I was there
Okay.
last week. And I only ask because Dudley Soccer's Lavoy is very tricky to get in and out of, so we're trying to find another space that would work to bring the younger grade levels to play.
That's where.
And everyone keeps mentioning Quinnebog, and
Yeah.
but then we keep hearing about bits and pieces of what happened in the past before they stopped using it, and
Yep. That's where my son played when he was young, that's where the younger ones played.
Smaller.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was easier to keep them.
I mean, even if it doesn't, not even Dudley soccer, that's a perfectly good field that with a little bit of effort could be revitalized
Absolutely.
relatively quickly and hopefully not astronomically expensive.
Come up with a plan for that.
But to do that, even if it's not used for Dudley soccer, like if it's gonna be used for like recreation, some kind of barrier has to go up so cars don't think they can just pull on
Yes, agreed.
the field. Hey, it's not even like they're parking like on the side, they're flat out making a parking lot with it. So,
All right. Winter festival discussion. Bro,
Fun.
yes.
So I talked to my friend who lives in town, whose boys play hockey. And I wanted to know, they always put up a rink out front. I forgot the name of it, I know it's in Shrewsbury, so hers is 40 by 60, and it was $200. So I was like, okay, well, it might not be as large as we had thought, however, the prices weren't that bad. So I have to ask her, I think that's what I wanted to remind you to tell me, and I forgot. I wanna get the name of it, it's in Shrewsbury, I think, to see if they have a link or a phone number to call and see if there's larger ones that aren't as expensive as we found, which that one was beautiful, but if that's what's holding us back because we don't have the rink, her family will donate their time to come help us put it together. Her boys will donate their time to help the little kids learn how to skate, and there's several families in town that will do the same. So that was really helpful. So I'll find out, it's too late for us to do it for January, cause you have to put the wood in before the ground freezes, and I think we're meeting the weekend where we're supposed to do it.
Okay.
So we might have to wait until next year to do it,
Okay.
or the year after, but if we did some sort of festival without the rink, I don't know if that was still something that we wanted to do.
I don't see why not.
I think so.
You can have a lot of
Yeah.
fun things to do still.
the rink was just gonna be ooh, that's fancy, let's go have fun. You
I
can
know.
still have fun without
Yeah,
a rink.
Absolutely.
But what do you guys think about what kind of festival, like, you know, game booths? It's gonna be cold, so obviously it's not gonna be a long event, you know, so I kinda focused mainly on the rink, cause it was so exciting.
Yeah.
Cause I have to use those lights.
I knew that was coming too.
Hashtag lights, I need a thing, but, so I mean, we have the fire pit, we can make cocoa, we could, you know, we could provide some snacks, even, we have a popcorn maker, no, we have a hot dog.
We have a hot
Hot
dog
dog.
maker and a
Well,
well,
the library said
They
they have
had
a
one.
popcorn maker.
it's true.
So we could do
Yes.
popcorn and,
A chocolate
drinks.
bar.
Is there
Ooh, a hot
anywhere
chocolate
to like sled or
We have hot
anything?
chocolate bars.
Is there anywhere to
Bye.
go sledding?
Not
Because I
like
feel
a
like if
bar,
there's
but
no
like
draw
different kinds
outside,
of
people
hot
are just gonna
That'd
be
be nice.
freezing and wanna go inside.
Right.
That's behind the scenes. I
How
Right.
think.
long are they?
Yes, I
Felt like
agree.
in Auburn and
No
the
legal
skating
Could we
rink.
turn the slope of the driveway into like a slide? Put some kind of like barriers or something so that they can't go as close to the street, but then shut off
Okay.
that part and have them pack snow on it for the event and
Ooh, right?
Where is this?
slide.
On the hill.
What hill?
Outside, isn't that side where the police door is and
Oh.
that little hill you talking
Yeah,
about?
it's not huge, but kids could have fun on it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, like a tubing. Like a
Two at your own risk.
Now, when were you thinking of doing this? Did you have an idea or you
Well,
just
I
thought
had
of it?
hoped, like, you know, sometime January, February, but, I don't know. I don't wanna do it over the break because
A lot
most
of
people tend to go away.
travel.
February vacation, a lot of people go away that vacation.
And I don't know really if we as a committee have enough time to plan it for January, do we? You know, that, we have to come up with these ideas now and
Yeah,
get it,
get vendors and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
so,
That,
Sort of plan for the beginning of February,
Yeah.
like the week before February vacation.
yeah.
that is fantastic for that subcommittee.
If we don't find them, sir, I guess we'll have to just keep going with it.
We will, you are right.
Yeah.
Just trying to be positive.
I understand. When is February vacation? I've lost track now that my
Is it
children are
like
out of
the third
school.
week?
It's like
Oops.
February 21st or
Right.
something like
The
that,
week of
whatever that week
President's
is.
Day?
Huh?
Yeah,
The 20th,
usually.
President's
So,
Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always that
So
week.
you could do it like the 11th.
Right.
February 11th would be a nice, I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, yeah,
again.
no.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you could get the Cub Scouts involved.
Yep. Boy
Cub Scouts would love to be involved.
Absolutely. Boy Scouts. They won't be
Girl
camping.
Scouts?
so.
From what I've heard, the
Oh,
pack's bigger
right,
than
they'll
the
be done
troop
with
now.
that. Girl Scouts have a troop now?
No.
The Girl Scouts, yes, the Girl Scouts.
I didn't
could-
hear you.
No, I said from what I've heard, the Cub Scout pack's bigger than the Boy Scout troop now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's
I
kinda
don't know,
nice.
that was my thought to see, and I don't know, honestly, like, if it's just wood, that's what needs to go in the ground is the wood, but.
I've never heard of it going in the ground.
I don't know, she's like, you gotta put it in before the ground freezes, I'm like, why?
But it's gonna be on tar.
I don't know, right? Okay, do it, maybe we could still have the skating.
So you're gonna coordinate this, Ron?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're gonna use today as a start. When do you want a due date to have all your coordination and planning done, so you know you have enough space between that date and when it actually happens? So you know you can do it.
When's our next meeting?
It'll be the end of January, after the holidays, basically. Middle to end of
Well, I
January.
think we have to probably have a deadline of like 4 weeks before the event, just so we can tell people
Right.
that
Right.
it's gonna happen.
So you're looking around January at just our 11th or in that
Yeah.
time frame-ish.
That's a month before.
That's a month.
You've got a month.
All right, I can do it. I'm gonna call tomorrow. I'm gonna get those lights up. Oh, sorry. Okay, Mark?
So January 11th, you want the due date?
Yes,
Okay.
we can work on getting other groups involved and, you know, if each group set up a little carnival booth. And it does, like you said before with the frozen bottles and stuff, it doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to be
Oxford's-
expensive.
Oxford's last
No.
year was very low key, very homemade, and it was fantastic.
Yep.
Right.
All the kids had so much fun.
And we have a fire pit, which will,
Yeah, that
you
would be
know,
fun.
and a hot cocoa bar.
Right, and we can ask the Boy Scouts to do a particular table or booth on, you know, fishing, knots, you know, those boys love throwing those
Oh my
knots
gosh.
together, so.
Yes. So,
Boy Scouts, you're looking for volunteers?
Yeah. And what do you think about, if we do go through with this, if we have our helmets, we can give away helmets?
yes, we have.
Cause the young kids don't wear hockey helmets, they just wear bike helmets, so we have
We
more
have-
than enough helmets.
We have like 48 helmets
Oh, wow.
in the Board of Health office, and they come every year. Boston Children's Hospital comes every year to our bike rodeo, but these helmets were given to us, so we need to,
Move back.
yeah, and it's just not easy to always transport 48 bike helmets somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't just pile them in the back
You
of your
know,
car.
no, no. We thought about trunk or treat, but you know, we had enough going on at that
We
day
sure did.
with the COVID test kits.
So with that being said, we'd have to have that plan turned into the selectmen too.
What would the deadline
When's
be
your
for
next
that?
mean?
That needs to be, that
Well,
needs to
we're
be approved before we
meeting
can
tomorrow,
actually
next
execute it,
Monday, we're
right?
meeting on the 19th, and then
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my
When's
head.
your January one? Oh, let's see, if my husband put it in the
Probably the
calendar.
9th and the 23rd, because the holiday's the 16th.
Yeah, and where they meet on
Yeah.
Monday nights, the second.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those, cause
So it won't
I
be the
gave him the
second.
calendar, I forgot.
The second and the 16th are holidays, so it has to be the 9th and the 23rd.
Yeah,
So then we would need to have the deadline set before the 9th to be able to get it in front of the
You got this.
Oh, nine, I'm like, what,
selectmen.
December ninth,
in-
that's like.
For them to approve it in time.
okay,
Because if we wait till the 23rd, that's not even giving people 3 weeks' notice that we're putting on an event.
So we could move
Okay.
our deadline to the, I don't know, 5th of January or something.
Yeah,
To what day?
the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
January 5th.
How's that for you?
That's a Thursday.
What would you like me to do?
Is that good for you?
Yes, all right.
All right.
All right.
So you want me to pass something in to Michelle that she's gonna give to the selectmen
Right.
about the winter festival, the ice rink in particular? and the booths, the event itself.
For this coming January, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Just to having a winter festival without the ice rink because of the frost with passing. So it won't be an ice rink this year, it'll be next year.
Yeah, so, but I don't understand, she had a good point, we have tar,
We're not
We're
putting
not
boards
digging
in the
anything.
ground.
so we might be able to have it with the ice
Okay.
rink. I just have to find out if
Okay.
you can put that plastic on tar.
I think what your contact was explaining, was saying you have to get in the ground like this weekend, this is what I was saying at that first meeting, was when my dad would put one in. If you don't get it in by mid-December, when the first deep freeze comes, that's what freezes the ice, that's what freezes the first layer of the ice, and if you don't get that base layer frozen, then you're gonna struggle the entire winter to get it built.
Got it.
So that's why, that's part of why she was saying, you know, you gotta get it in the ground or on the
Oh,
ground.
put it out.
Yeah.
Lay it out, okay, got it.
At some point this month, because when those first freezes start, that's what gives you that good solid ice to keep going with it for the winter.
Okay, thank you, that helped.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing, I wasn't part of
Okay.
the conversation, but based on how you explained it, that's what I'm guessing she's meant by
Okay,
that.
all right. I'll call this week and find out, obviously, some pricing, if we can do it.
Okay,
And if we can't do it, then the alternate will be without.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll try to come up with some, like you
Yeah.
said, you know, something.
Yeah.
If we get a lot of snow, if we get a lot of snow, you could do a
But
snowman
the,
contest.
but the carnival itself is
Get snowman,
February
have a
11th.
snowman
Make a note of it.
competition.
Yes,
Okay.
Even if it's like mini snowmen,
Right, right.
you know,
So
and each person gets a bucket of snow to build a snowman.
Right, so if
Or
there's
an- or
snow,
an
that's
igloo
something you
building
could do,
contest.
see?
right.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
All right.
Oh,
The
there's
mind-
No
so
worries.
many options. Don't worry, we're gonna use those lights.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, good, good,
We
that's
need
good.
snow.
Wrap myself in those lights.
You can walk
And
around.
If there isn't snow, we can make snow.
Sure,
You can make
What?
multiple snow. It with, what is it cornstarch and hair conditioner? It's two ingredients and one of them's
Oh,
conditioner.
okay.
And it makes a pliable snow that crumbles like real snow, but you can mold it into snowmen
See?
or little shapes.
We got we're good.
And it'll
Food
hold.
color, we're good.
that'd be part of the plan to turn to the selectmen.
Yep,
Yep,
got that?
Look at him.
You got that?
okay.
What?
Food color snow, make snow if no
But you
snow.
better send these ideas to me because I will forget. My biggest thing is lights.
No, rink, skating
I'm
rink,
doing it.
okay?
Your second biggest thing can be lights, your
Yeah.
biggest thing has to be the rink.
All right. Kick her off this booth.
So January 6th at 5:30, we can meet again?
What's it- what is it?
What? I thought we said fifth.
Fifth.
The sixth is a
Fifth?
Friday.
You said
Sixth is-
5th?
Yeah,
Fix your time.
I don't
Thank
think you
you.
wanna meet on a Friday night.
no,
Lights,
sorry.
I'm here to serve.
Promise?
Oh dear Lord. All right, 1/5.
At 5:30?
5:30.
5:30,
I will only be able to be here
I
for
don't
a
know
half
about
an
me.
hour.
I don't know about
Oh, you have
5:30.
scouts, right?
Yeah.
For me. I started a new
It's
Although-
job.
tough for you guys now,
I
you
could
need
try
a
and,
job.
and set it up for my two assistants to help me.
What's
out.
best then
Yeah.
for everybody?
Later?
Whatever.
6?
6?
Is everybody good for 6 for that day?
I have scouts from 6 to 7.
Oh boy.
What about the 3rd or the 4th then?
I could do the Wednesday.
I have a water sewer meeting on the 4th at 6:30.
Or we can do it, no, we can do it at.
Would starting at 7 be too late that Thursday? Cause I could even try and leave at like 6:45 and have them finish my meeting.
I hate 7 o'clock meetings, but if we have to, we have to.
So if you wanna try for that Wednesday, I can just go a little late to my water sewer meeting, not much is gonna, so it's fine.
Well, we're hoping that that's basically just for this plan.
Right, it's
Right.
just the
Right.
winter.
So I would
Just
hope
to kinda
that,
go over and finalize it.
and we can all say yes, vote on it to push to the selectmen, and
Right.
that's the only thing for that meeting.
So
Well,
do you
let's
wanna,
say it's not gonna be that long, we could do 5:30, I have to leave by like 6:15.
Yeah, well, it really will be just going over that and that's it.
but you don't know
I
if you
won't-
can
yeah,
get here.
But majority rules, right? So.
But it's your winter thing.
Right.
Yeah, but sure thing.
But if I'm
How
not
about
there-
When can you be here?
No, but
I don't
I'm-
know. I don't know till the 19th when I start my new job where
What
I'm
about
gonna
Wednesday
be.
night? Could you be here for maybe 6? That would be a little
Oh, yeah.
easier.
That's fine.
Cause I can, if we're only gonna be short, that's fine, they can start without me, I'll have everything, we're down there
What night is
anyways.
it now? When we do
So
it?
the 4th?
The 4th, can you do the 4th?
Sure.
At 6, does that?
Or do you wanna do 5:30, that way that gives us an hour?
No, that's,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I
so
don't
6.
know.
And 6 will be, and if they'll be fine if they're very understanding. They know I'm wearing many hats.
On the 4th?
Right.
Alright, so January 4th to 6th.
6, that's fine.
6. If any changes, just email.
Yes.
Yep.
Anybody have anything else?
Nope.
I recommend a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted.